KwaZulu-Natal Judge President Thoba Poyo-Dlwathi will this morning preside over the official inauguration for the incoming Premier of Government of Provincial Unity, Thami Ntuli. He takes the oath of office before thousands of dignitaries, including the traditional leaders, the Amakhosi, newly sworn-in members of the legislature and faith-based organizations at the Woodburn Rugby Stadium in Pietermaritzburg. And our Ntando Mnyandu is there. Ntando, good morning. We can see the sort of mounted guard of the SAPS just behind you, and I know that there were a number of official arrangements being made. This is an official event. Just tell us what's expected to unfold in the first part of that ceremony.
Well, the first part of this ceremony, Iman, good morning to you and good morning to our viewers. Well, currently we've just seen delegates or attendees from different political parties making their way into a marquee that sits at least 4,500 people. We're expecting the Judge President from KwaZulu-Natal, Thoba Poyo-Dlwathi, to conduct the swearing in as the Premier-elect Thami Ntuli takes the oath of office. As you can see behind me, you know, police parade already in full swing, which signals that this is an official or a ceremony as KwaZulu-Natal will have the first Premier of Government of Provincial Unity, which is brought to us by a number of parties, the Democratic Alliance, the African National Congress, the IFP, and particularly the NFP, which had that one deciding vote, you know, that tipped the scale on the IFP side. But let me bring into this conversation the federal leader of the Democratic Alliance in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, Mr. Francois Rogers. Mr. Rogers, thank you very much. How are you feeling that the bloc of parties that you are a member of were successful to have the Premier as we are inaugurating Mr. Thami Ntuli this morning?
Well, it's very exciting. I think it's exciting for KwaZulu-Natal. We've now got a new government, a government that during the elections made a lot of promises to our voters and to our electorate. And now's the opportunity for us to unite and to deliver on those promises. So I think it's very exciting. And, you know, it's the Premier will announce his cabinet. So that will then give us a direction of, you know, those issues that we've promised on that we're going to address during this 5-year term.
Without spelling out those who will make it to the Premier's cabinet, obviously you are privy to the information because you are a bloc of parties, you have made discussions. Are you confident that the men and women that will be announced today after the Premier takes the oath of office will be able to take the province of KwaZulu-Natal forward?
Well, I'm sure. Certainly from my political structures, you know, the people that will fill posts if the Premier announces it, we will certainly, you know, it'll be our priority number one. And I would imagine the spirit in which we've negotiated over the last few days with our partners certainly tells me that the focus is purely on service delivery, nothing else but service delivery.
Are you satisfied with the marriage that you've entered to the Government of Provincial Unity?
Well, it's honeymoon at this stage, hey? We're in a honeymoon stage, but I think we're all adult and we've all recognized that the euphoria will settle down. That's when the hard work needs to start. And that's where the four partners and their political leadership need to set the tone, set the trend, and ensure we achieve our objectives.
For the longest time, the Democratic Alliance in the province of KwaZulu-Natal was on a campaign of rescuing the province of KwaZulu-Natal. You were speaking against parties that now you're working with, apart from the IFP, which was part of the multi-party charter. How have you turned around and, you know, prioritized KwaZulu-Natal, looking away from the political differences that you had as you were campaigning?
Well, look, you know, the voters have spoken, and ultimately we have to listen to what the voters have said. We've been dealt a hand. We've got to work in that hand. We always said we would be open to working with people who upheld the Constitution and the rule of law. And it was based on those fundamental principles that we said, well, let's look at the political landscape. Let's consider what's out there. And it's on that basis, and that basis alone, that we started the discussions of forming this government of provincial unity.
The Umkhonto Party becomes the official opposition now in KwaZulu-Natal. What are you looking forward to in the legislature as you'll be engaging on robust discussions, you know, and obviously they will be on your throat?
Well, you know, I've been opposition for years, and effective opposition is what's needed. one hopes that the MK puts their political grandstanding aside now and joins us in this government as opposition to ensure that we deliver on the mandate that we gave the people of KwaZulu-Natal.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that is Francois Rogers, the leader of the Democratic Alliance here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Well, any minute from now, the program will kick off, signaling the swearing in or the taking the oath of office by the Premier-elect Thami Ntuli, who's the former mayor of the King Cetshwayo District Municipality. With that, it's back to you for now, Iman.
Ntando, Mnyandu, thank you very much for that. And it gives us a little taste of the excitement ahead of tomorrow when President-elect Cyril Ramaphosa is inaugurated, all of the pomp and ceremony there in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. So we'll be weaving this beautiful tapestry for you between what we're expecting tomorrow through the arrivals as well of those dignitaries and VIPs, heads of state that are arriving in South Africa.